Shalom, Rainicorns. It is Ellie the Empress here. And so today we're going to talk about work versus hustle, build versus grind. And so, what does any of that mean? You already know we talk about business, entrepreneurship, right? So, versus hustle, build versus grind. Okay. A lot of us we're able to grind, we're able to hustle, right? We all need to evolve to more of a business mindset. A lot of us know what it's like to be an entrepreneur. You get some items, you sell them, you have whatever you're selling online, and you build up your income that way through revenue, whatever. There's a difference between working and hustling. There's a difference between building and grinding. When you have to put forth your effort in order for things to be a certain way, you got to evolve out of that mindset and operation of doing things. If you have to work, if you have to hustle instead of just work on certain things, then you need to evolve out of that. You need to focus on working on your business instead of in your business, and you need to work on building your business versus grinding in your business, okay? So what I'm doing right now is I have an email list, so I'm going to be emailing everyone from my real estate education business. So I'm going to read this to y'all. It says, "Hey BDRE fam, you're ready for the next year, right? Same. Wholesalers and advanced investors, scroll down the email for your message. Bird dogs, how are you?" And I have the emoticon. "Make sure you refresh and reclaim your spot on the National Bird Dog list if you haven't already. Everyone from 2020 will be deleted off the list. Reclaim your spot," with a link there. Now, dot, dot, dot. If you have already, if you already have your gigs going, how can you invest in real estate for $100 or less? In our free group, REIT and ETF Investors, we discuss how you can own fractional shares of real estate on the stock market via real estate investment trust and REI exchange traded funds. And then a link, join the free group. Read the rest of this email for even more evolution and information concerning your REI journey. And then the next part says wholesalers and high level investors. Did you hear about the new movie? Yes, BDRE is filming its first movie and you can be part of it. All announcements are made and shared in the Bird Dog Real Estate group on the website and app. The book that is based on the movie script is now available for pre-order as well. Get your copy today and expect it later this year. $11.11 discount if you pre-order. Then a link to pre-order the book. Expanding your team? Remember, you can hire bird dogs in your market with the National Bird Dog List. The list is being refreshed and will have removals before the end of the year, so get your copy today. Then a link, get your copy of the list. Our platform assists in learning about applying blockchain and cryptocurrency technology to REI, building REI business/company teams, homeschooling as REI entrepreneurs and professionals, and sharing the gifts of financial literacy and generational wealth building with the general public. Learn more by exploring our website and app. Then a link that says read our last newsletter. And so that is what I'm sharing. And then at the end it says, "Thanks BDRE fam." That is what I'm sharing with my real estate education audience. Okay. So yeah. So this is the operations of it. This is not content creation. This is like literally resharing things to them. All this stuff I've already done. Now I'm just reminding them like, hey, so this is available. This is available. You know, a lot of this stuff they don't have to pay for. I'm not just having a sales pitch. That's the thing too, knowing when to not sell certain things. So for my beginner audience, you know, I'm not even directing them to subscribe to anything, to do anything. The only thing that they have to do is join something to be part of taking their next steps. So, oh, okay. An investor can hire me? Cool. Where do I sign up? The National Bird Dog List. A link there, and that's free. Oh, I can invest $100 into real estate. I can do that. How do I do that? Click right here, join this group. We have information on how you can do that. So that's how I'm doing things. And then even for the advanced investors, I could have, hit them with the mastermind group, which is a $3,000 option and a $5,000 option. But I decided not to go there with them for that specifically. I kept it at, okay, the ebook, I mean, not the ebook, the new book release that they can pre-order, and that's just $22, and let them know that they have a discount option. And then also the National Bird Dog List, which is less than $200. So all this stuff has already been available. I did not have to create a new product. I did not have to, this is simply marketing. This is letting it be known what is already available for people who are already involved in the community, just in case they didn't know, or it would be useful for them to know. The nails and this. Okay. It's really exciting too because I really do have the movie thing going on. And one of the cool things is like using that as somewhat of a marketing source. So the movie announcement to market the book will be sharing the information in the movie. So both ways is marketing each other. So the movie announcement is helping to sell pre-order copies. You can get your pre-order now with the book if you would like to see what the movie is going to be about. But for marketing purposes of sharing like business strategies and stuff like that, the fact that we're doing a movie and the movie is based on the book, okay, you can get the book first and be able to know what the movie is going to be about. Even if you don't get the book first and you get it after the release of the pre-order books and stuff like that, once you get the book, regardless of when you get it, you'll be able to know what the movie is about. Okay. So I got those two things linked. So now I'm finna add the book where they can pre-order link. So once the book comes out, it'll be $33, but everyone can get it for $22 if they pre-order. And so it's like, what are you doing in your business right now? Are you expanding to a level where you're just marketing what you already have? Are you going to a next level of hiring people for your business? Are you expanding whatever sort of marketing you're doing? Are you networking? Because this whole grinding thing and trying to do stuff for money, mm-mm. As a collective, we have to evolve past that mindset of always feeling the need to grind in order to make a profit on something. Because we already have things that are very, very valuable. We already have that. So now it's just a matter of, okay, how can I make this work for me? How can I use what I already have? Okay, use what I already have and make all this stuff work for me. Because if you're always efforting, then you're going to rely on your physical body energy all the time, and that's not what you want to do. Masculine or feminine, you do not want to be in a cycle of always having to effort physically in order to produce finances. We need to be at a point of mastering our manifestation abilities, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, and investors, and stuff like that. We still need to be at a point of being able to master our energy to where we don't need to have a product to sell or a service to charge for in order to acquire finances. It's very draining. It's very draining to always have to get up and do something to get money. So once you're able to evolve past that, then it's the abundance, the infinite finance, if you will. That sounds far fetched, but where are we? We're in a magical space right now. We're splitting. We're splitting into the next dimensions of existence. So believing that it's an infinite money source out here for us, that should be like second nature to us. Like, oh yeah, that's true. Okay, got you. So now I'm done linking everything. So now I'm gonna add the different people to the email list. I'm gonna add all of them on here. Now I should have roughly, I don't know how many people I have on this email list. I'm gonna just do 300 at a time though. Send this to 300 people at a time to make sure that it'll allow me to do so. Because I'm using my regular Gmail thing. I'm not using the website server thing to send emails. Okay. Firefly said, "Greetings, Ellie. I'm back. I'm watching you back as well. What's good? What's good, Firefly? Good to see you again." So I'm sending this to 300 people immediately, and then I'm going to send it to the next 300 people and just keep going until I get my whole email list. Because I chose 300 because I'm pretty sure I can send the 300 with no issue. As long as, of course, their email addresses are valid and stuff like that. It is 600. Okay, so it's not that many. It's not that many. Now, the thing is, I know that I have more than 600 people's email addresses for my website. So I'll just have to figure that out. But currently on my total contacts list is 474 people. So I'll have to update that. That is what I need to do. That's what I need to take care of. Okay. Okay. So now add the second list of people in here. Okay. All right, cool. So now I'm done. So did I create a new product? No. Am I doing the absolute most to do marketing for these things? Not really. I typed up a good message. People will now have it in their inbox so they can come back to it whenever they would like to. They have the links directly there for them to click on. And so, yeah, they're able to do whatever is necessary for themselves according to how that particular email applies to them. Okay? So, in your business, is it to where you have to be involved in pretty much every aspect of your business at all times? Are you able to utilize technology to be able to get to the next step with things? Like, where are you in your business? And so, when I told y'all earlier in the last live stream that you could join me on my Instagram for business talk, I'm going to show you guys, like, a nice clip. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but a nice clip of what it is that I do when I do go live over there. Hold on one second. Okay.
First movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on. This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie. VDRE's first movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on. This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie. VDRE's first movie is
72-hour message. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
VDRE's first movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on. This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie. VDRE's first movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on. This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie. VDRE's first movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on.
Quiet.
This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie. VDRE's first movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on. This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie. VDRE's first movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on.
Alright, so what is good, BDRE fam? It is QBDG here. And so, work with me. I am doing, today we're going to be talking about more of the general aspects of being an entrepreneur. And so, this is not so much like the hustle thing. The reason I made the mastermind group for wholesalers is so we can all, have the concept of what it means to not be a solo wholesaler. So being an entrepreneur, but moving up to officially being a small business owner, having employees and partners. And so, me today, I'm just working on the back end of my business stuff. On my website specifically, this is not about, wholesaling, but still the same thing. Business-wise, taking care of the mechanics behind the scenes of your business versus always, because this is the thing that people don't really get about business. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to have business cards. You don't have to have a social media presence in order to make money. This is just like when we talk about things like having an online presence, having a platform, different things of that nature. That is, of course, to attract an audience online and to build rapport with whatever audience that you may have. But you don't need that to get clientele, especially depending on what it is you're doing. You can go out and be a salesperson and do whatever is necessary to make your money in person. So being a wholesaler, you don't have to have a website. Especially being a bird dog, you don't have to have a bird dog being, you don't have to have a website being a bird dog. Okay. Now, I am doing the communication with bird dogs and wholesalers when I do live streams like these. I want to make sure that I do reach everyone as much as possible when I speak on these live streams. And like I said, 72 hours, so take whatever notes you need to take. And so y'all already know, like, I've already shared the information necessary for how to become a bird dog, how to hire bird dogs, how to pay bird dogs, and stuff like that. And so I know for a fact I don't necessarily need to keep repeating the same information when it comes to that. So now, as BDRE has grown to what it is at this point, I want to make sure I'm giving things of value. So somebody who's just coming around, they can still benefit from the older videos. If there's anything that needs to be updated, I can do that, obviously. But for people who've been around for a while, I want to make sure that things stay up to date and things make sense for those who, have been around for a minute. Like, a lot of y'all may not even be bird dogs anymore. Some of y'all may be wholesalers already. Some of y'all may have already hired your bird dogs and, like, y'all already have a business going and you would like to expand that even more. So different things of that nature going on. So today I'm focusing on my email list. So how to get on my email list is you can subscribe to the website directly, or you can just make an account. You can join whatever group and you will be part of whatever email campaign is necessary. Okay. Do I need that? Yeah, I'll go ahead and have that there. No? Okay. We need the other one there. Alright, cool. So, what's going on? We have the last quarter of the year, okay? The last quarter is the most important because it's setting you up for the new quarter of the next year. And so, when you're figuring out what to do for your next year, how to set yourself up for success, you need to start at the end of the previous year. So of course people focus on things like their taxes, making sure that their documentation and paperwork is in order for tax purposes. At the same time, you want to know exactly what your business strategy is going to be for the upcoming year. So for BDRE, we have the newest book. We have our ebooks already. So we have the newest book dropping. And so you can pre-order it now for a discount of $11. And what's going on here? So next year, we'll be focusing on the movie. So of course, we have our book that's already available to pre-order. And then next would be the movie, which is based on the book. So I'm going to be talking about that in my email campaign today. And so I'm going to name the email. Hold on. I have on long nails today, so this typing stuff is going to be new for me. the title, the subject of the email for this campaign is last quarter, what next? Bird dogs and wholesalers needed. And so, as far as like marketing, we're gonna be, like I said, talking about general entrepreneurship stuff today. And I'm very transparent with y'all. Like, a lot of y'all have been around for a very, very long time. So I don't mind you knowing certain things. A lot of us are on the same journey anyway, whether in real estate or outside of real estate, building a platform, doing the social media work, doing the teaching work, whatever the case may be. Like, a lot of us are doing a lot of the same thing. And so I don't mind being like transparent with you guys. I figured out how to type too, just using the tips. I like to use the pads of my fingers, but because of the nail length and the way that my keyboard is set up, I won't be able to do that. So I gotta use the tips of my nails. It'll work. It'll work. So, hey, BDRE fam. You're ready for the next year, right? I'm gonna put a comma over there, but I got the comma. You're ready for the next year. What's wrong with this? Oh, no, I did that on purpose. They're trying to correct my grammar. Ready for the next year is trying to change it to ready for the next year. No, I did that on purpose. Okay. Same. Wholesalers and, oh, put that in parentheses. And advanced investors scroll down the email for your message. Okay, so the first message I'm going to start for with is bird dogs. Okay, so that's the beginner investors, people who are fresh and new to what's going on. Maybe they've been trying to like dibble and dabble in this stuff for maybe a year or so. She.070 said, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. So people who are beginners, I'm going to start the email for them. People who are more advanced, you know, they can skip down a little bit. My intention with this particular brand is people who, whether they have no idea what's going on at all, they have a little bit of information, but they need like the stepping stones and the breakdowns and stuff like that. So that is who I'm targeting with this particular brand. Those who are more advanced can benefit greatly. It's just, this is a teaching platform primarily, along with the fact that I help people get hired for different jobs in different markets. And so, with that being my target audience, I'm making sure to address them first. She said, great, you. Fantastic, fantastical, absolutely fantastical. Okay, so, I started the email. Hey, BDRE fam. Okay, so, sounds good and all that great stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna move this out the way. I really can't just sit this here. Move this out the way. Okay. So that's the concept that I want everyone to really just grasp, right? It's not so much about how much can I grind in my business, how much can I do in my business. now it's time to shift to, now what can I do on my business? Like, how can I affect things in my business without me having to grind so heavily? Oh, that's why I was like, why is it looking like that? Excuse me for one moment while I get this straight. Because I was confused. I was like, my setup was good earlier. What happened? Okay. All right. That's another thing too. Change the height. Y'all give me a little minute. I was sitting down, so the whole setup is different. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay. There you go. Better. Whole lot better. So, Firefly said, your nails are a pretty color. They look nice. I love it. They are a pretty color. I love it so much. Because just like, it's brown. And I wanted the dark brown. And I had the dark brown a little bit with the last ones. And these ones just were a little bit longer. And sparkles. Love the sparkles. Love it. And so, yes. Smoke Device said, peace, goddess, you look beautiful. Greatly appreciate that, Smoke. Greatly appreciate that. So, when we are talking about those concepts of, okay, business expansion, you know, I can't keep hustling. I can't keep grinding. I need to work for sure. I have to close my laptop. I need to work for sure. However, this hustling and going day by day and getting one thing at a time, no, I need to be able to do multiple things at once and be able to accomplish multiple goals at the exact same time without having to see, okay, without having to be dependent on one thing happening. Firefly said, I love sparkling stuff too. Yes, sparkles. You know, being able to essentially is multitasking, because if you have an employee, what does that mean? You have duplicated yourself to some aspect in your business. Okay, and if you have a family business, you have your kids who can do that. And so that's the beautiful thing about generational wealth of having a family business. Not to mention the tax write-offs you can get by hiring your child as an employee. Depending on what state you're in, you can write off up to $12,500 a year for hiring your child. So there's just different things that you need to look at when it comes to business expansion. So would I hire my child at 6 years old? You know, I could potentially, but you know, like in a literal sense, I would wait until he's like 10 years old to be able to give him his own department that he's over. So what can a 10-year-old do? A 10-year-old can sweep, mop, clean up general janitorial things, put things away in filings, you know, we're moving from paper. So we have the email stuff, we have the digital files. I wouldn't do too much with that for a 10-year-old. My son would probably be cool, but you know, speaking in general for the average everyday 10-year-old, you know, helping you stack inventory, like moving boxes, things like that. You can literally hire your child in your business for activities like that and use it as a tax write-off. So when you're thinking on that level, then you know you have your generational wealth already in plan. So it's like your child, you're training your child to do what you need them to do in the family business, right? And then you have your different aspects of business that you want to take care of. Now that your child is able to take care of these things, now as a parent and a business owner, you can take care of these other things over here. Dry blood patches said, what state you in? You have no fear. Do you experience suppression? Hello. I don't talk about my current location. No, I don't have fear. God has not given us the spirit of fear. The Lord has given us power and a sound mind. Do you experience suppression? Suppression? I don't really know what you mean by that. Like if my content is suppressed, yes, as far as like being shadow banned, you know, stuff like that. Like sure, I experience that sometimes, but you know, I don't trip on it because I know what that means. But yeah, to answer all of your questions. And so when you're speaking on taking things to the next level. If you don't have children, of course, you will have to go out of your way to hire people. And so when you have to hire people, of course, you have to go through that interview process, or people could approach you, different things of that nature. It depends on what sort of audience you may have. So if you're well known and you just make an announcement, hey, I'm hiring, then you could get a lot of people flooding to you. But if you're not so well known, you would have to use certain things like, Indeed or LinkedIn to try to find people intentionally and have people apply or seek out people, right? So you have to see what those strategies are. That's an entire job by itself, finding people. You could hire a recruiter, depending on what sort of position you need to fill. You could hire someone like a VA, a virtual assistant, if it's mostly, virtual admin work. So it just depends on what you need. What you need to focus on is the fact that you can no longer work in your business. You have to work on your business from the outside. You have to make investments on behalf of your business. You can no longer be a cashier. Being a cashier is so out of the question for your business at this point. Getting clientele is out of the question for your business at this point. Now you have to expand. Me being a content creator and having my platform, I can't do everything. I have moderators in my Facebook group. So a way of me expanding several years ago was having moderators for my Facebook group. I don't have the time to accept or deny every single Facebook post in my group. Thankfully, I have moderators who volunteer their time, and it's an energy exchange. So they're able to advertise their services and their products in order to be a moderator in the group. And they also have, it's basically all of our audience. So whatever it is they have to offer, that group of over 13,000 people now is also their audience for them to share their services with, right? And so while I have been able to scale to that extent and have people who are I just remembered something, have people who are able to help me manage my social media group, then I was able to focus more on the website, because the social media group, that's not mine. Anything could happen at any day, and that was one of the main reasons why I started my website anyway. I did not intend on being who I am within the real estate space at all. It just kind of happened that way. And then as social media, y'all know how social media is, it changes up. So it doesn't just change up for the user and the consumer, it changes up for the person behind the account too. And so when all these changes started happening on social media, I was like, forget it. We're just going to do our own thing, have our own website. It'll be a lot easier. And so having people help manage the social media group on Facebook then helped me to be able to branch and do my own thing on the website specifically. Dry Blood Patches said, like the community holding you back. Thanks. I mean, in a literal sense, like the community tried to physically hurt me as far as like the spiritual space. The community tried to off me, like go away. Like it was deeper than just the social media stuff. I was in people's homes and they were trying to off me. So as far as suppression, it goes way past just like a little bit of, oh, let's ignore what she has going on. Let's, the smear campaigns that happened, all the slander that happened. And now I'm in the midst of having a class action lawsuit that I'm filing. So it's a lot. So to answer your question, yes. Can't Find Maya said, hi, how you doing? Shalom, welcome. And so when you are in that space of, okay, so even for example, when I had joined my first business partnership, it was just me and my ex-husband at the time doing our bird dog deals and also closing our own wholesale deals. And then we got into a business partnership with people. Granted, it happened really fast, but we were able to hire an entire team of bird dogs. I think we had like 5 people at a time, because over that whole period it was more than 5, but at a time we had about 5 people. And so then you had the different managers of different sectors and different things like that. And so, having a team, it's a great thing to have a team. It's just you also have to make sure that things are harmonious in your company, in your business, right? Juanar Carmaco said, hi, Empress Queen. What's good? Shalom. Peace be unto you. Welcome. And so, now I'm going to flip through this book real quick, okay? This is hashtag New Age Investing. You guys can get it along with the homeschool kit right here. And it also comes with the NFTs and real estate ebook. So you can learn about the aspect of blockchain technology in the third dimension. Okay. All right. I love this. So if you get the book and it's an ebook, okay? So you can use your phone and scroll, but I highly recommend you print it out, okay? So you can do what I just did, which is use it kind of like tarot cards. You flip to a random page and it'll be relevant. Guess what I just flipped to? Spirituality and business and economics. Like, I love this stuff so much. I love it. And you can get this on the About tab on my channel, okay? Just go scroll and go to the About tab and you can get a copy of this. Spirituality in business and economics. The saying goes that millionaires study trends and billionaires study astrology. JP Morgan is quoted, "Millionaires don't need astrologers, but billionaires do. Why would planetary alignments and energies affect business or investment strategies?" Okay? So I'm going to take a little break right there. All right. Here on this page, we do study things about spirituality primarily. However, we need a balance in our spirituality and our third dimensional life. So at the end of the day, we still got to make money. Point blank period. We still have to pay bills, certain aspects of bills. We still have to wear clothing. We still have to eat food. If you're not growing all of your food, if you don't have a network of farmers or have a solid farmers market where you can barter and trade on a regular basis, like, you still have to have these things in order to survive in the third dimensional matrix. So we're not going to survive in the third dimensional matrix. We're going to thrive in the third dimensional matrix. We're done being in survival mode. We're here. We're expanding. We are exploring. We are exploding. Okay. Getting to the highest levels possible. NJ, you're doing too much, okay?
Okay.
All right. Jacob Moran said, read the KJV Bible. I don't have a reason to read it right now. I just got into First Chronicles. I finished reading Second Kings last night, so you can read it on your own the same way I read it on my own. Our next moves are more dictated by intuition and instinct rather than step-by-step plans when in the midst of innovation. Many founders, entrepreneurs, and CEOs, CFOs, high-level earners are very in tune with spirit and express that their spiritual practice affects their work. Many of these individuals share that meditation is a strong factor in their daily routine along with their diet. It's very true. Look up any interview with any multimillionaire, any billionaire. They're going to tell you, like, oh, I meditate for 2 hours a day and I take a cold bath. Like, stuff like that. These individuals are very conscious of what they consume and how they eat. Veganism, vegetarianism, and pure meats are very popular amongst this caliber of beings. They consume high vibrational foods and beverages, producing other high vibrational lifestyle choices. And they also are very cautious about the things that they listen to, the things that they hear, the things that they watch as well, along with what they consume as far as the food and drinks that they participate with, right? A reading by Dolo the Pilot Man, aka Archangel Uriel, was prominent for Ellie, aka QBDG. Ellie watched the reading on December 22nd, 2022, and has rewatched a clip frequently until February 2nd, 2023, the beginning of Pisces season. She produced a major project and started on a life-changing business strategy with a group of partners. Get in tune with your birth chart and astrology alignments so you can be aware of your shifts energetically. Uphold your health practices as health is your wealth. Peace. Ashe. And so I just read to you the chapter. Spirituality in Business and Economics and the hashtag New Age Investing book. And like I said, you can get that on my website. It is linked on the About tab. And you can also get, if you get the homeschool kit, okay, if you get the homeschool kit, it automatically comes with this ebook. And it comes with this ebook too. So you don't have to order them separately. But it is cheaper and it costs less money to get just the 2 ebooks. But I highly recommend getting the homeschool kit so you can get both ebooks. And so when you are focusing on your mindset of, okay, I'm a boss, it's not I'm going to go out here and sell stuff, it's I'm a boss, I'm going to employ people, I'm going to teach my children how to do things. If you are a polygynous husband, I'm going to put my wives on game and teach them how to operate different aspects of the business. When you when you have that mindset of, I am a boss, I am somebody's boss, I am somebody's provider, I am somebody's CEO, I am somebody's CFO, okay? It goes beyond being a founder. It goes beyond being an entrepreneur. This way you're introducing the business aspect of things. You are a manager, you are a supervisor, you are an administrator, okay? So you take those things into deep, deep practice, mindset wise, and then you implement them into the third dimension to where you have different moving parts that you don't have to keep track of. You just, okay, after a little while, then it's okay, what's the weekly report? Okay, what's the monthly report? What's the quarterly report? Okay, it's time to do taxes. You know, then you can operate in that aspect of things versus every day. Okay, gotta get up, gotta sell something, gotta get up, gotta sell something, gotta get up, gotta go live, gotta market, gotta network, gotta. No, stop using your physical energy to keep doing things. When you are expanding and you're going up, you stop using your physical energy to do things. You use your mind. That's when you're leveraging people. Like, nobody's going to have to do as much work as you. So don't think of leveraging people as a bad thing. Are you saying that somebody has to make all your calls, answer all your emails, meet all of your clientele, do the physical or, you know, energetic work, labor, whatever, do the service that you need to do? Are you asking somebody to do all that for you? No. You're not asking somebody to do the marketing along with doing the work for you. No, you hire somebody for marketing. You hire somebody to sell whatever products or do whatever services. You hire somebody to answer your emails and your phone calls. Okay? Those are all separate jobs. Nobody, being the entrepreneur, being the founder is the most work that you will ever have to do. Then you start leveraging other people to do those separate things. You never want somebody to take on your entire role. Okay? That's the difference between being an entrepreneur, a hustler, a grinder, and being a business person, being a company owner. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I would love to hear like whatever this talk did to impact you in whatever way. If this did affect your mindset, we do have virtual business meetings on this channel, and so you can click the pinned link in the live comment section if you're watching this live, or it's in the description box if you're watching the replay. Okay, and it starts at 99 cents a month to get the virtual business meetings where we expound on more concepts like these. Okay, for the ladies, we're going to be talking about the concept of marine liquidity fiduciary flow a lot more often. And so if you're unfamiliar with that, I have been talking about it a little bit lately. And so I will be expounding on it even more. For the ladies specifically, guys, if you would like to participate in marine liquidity fiduciary flow, it will be $11,000 for you all to join our community for that. Okay? Is there anything else? I'll entertain you here with the KJV Bible. So like I said, I just started First Chronicles. Okay. Descendants of the patriarchs, and it goes down Adam's bloodline. Very interesting. So it goes from Adam down to Japheth, down to Ham, down to Cush, down to Canaan, down to Shem, down to, what's his name? Arphaxad, down to Shem again. These are their generations, the firstborn of Ishmael, the sons of Keturah, Adam's concubines. So y'all gotta remember the concubines, okay? The wives are important. The concubines are also important. The sons of Esau, like, you know, you got the whole lineage here. Okay? Do your research. Do your research. We're talking about generational wealth here. Because all these people inherited something. All these people inherited something. They got something from their fathers. Okay? So if you are a masculine, it is your job. It's literally your duty. It says it in the Bible. Even an evil man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So you could be, look, everybody want to talk bad about drug dealers and, you know, gangster niggas and shit like that. What did they do? They leave behind guns for their kids. They leave behind whatever type of drugs that, you know, their kids need to sell. They be doing what they be doing. That don't matter. But you work, you know, I'm not speaking or projecting, but it's like these guys will work a job and think that all they need to do is work a job, but you can't give that job to your child. You can give your child a business to work as a job, but you can't give that to your child. You cannot give your job to your child from a different company. So you working a job and making money and providing for them today does nothing for them tomorrow. You got what's somebody going to say when they read your obituary? What's somebody going to say when they read your book of genealogy? Okay? What are they going to say that you did? You're talking about being a kingdom entrepreneur. You're talking about being a polygynous man with a legacy. You're talking about this and you're talking about that being great. Doing, okay, what sort of investments do you have? What is your generational wealth plan? Do you have a whole life insurance policy that you can use as a cash flow banking system while you're alive? Do you have a trust? Do you have a will? Does your feminine know how to assist you with your financials? Does your feminine have a hustle of her own? If you are feminine, do you have your own hustle? Are you assisting in your husband's financials? What are you doing for the actual legacy? We like to talk this jibber jabber about this stuff like legacy and generational wealth. What are we doing to participate? Are we teaching our children these things? Do we homeschool our children, whether you have your kids in an institution or not? Are you homeschooling your children and educating them on what they need to do as far as having generational wealth? You can find both of these homeschool kits in my About tab. Okay? Learn about generational wealth and owning real estate and being a high vibrational being while also investing and being an entrepreneur and stuff too. So, yep, that is it. Okay. Shalom, unicorns. It was Ellie the Empress here. I will see y'all in the next one.